Hello, and welcome to the Beers with the Bros podcast. We talk movies, sports, and everything in between. And today we're going to be celebrating the end of the football season, 2024 football season with the Super Bowl, Birdie Boy. The Chiefs versus the Eagles. The Eagles came out on top. We got a lot to talk about there. I know Brett's really ecstatic about this, so it's going to be a fun night of just talking about it, man. Birdie, I know you're pumped up. There's the fireworks. See the fireworks? The Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the word of victory. EAGLES. Whatever the drunk fans said on freaking Bourbon Street. God.
Yes.
Those fuckers.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it, man?
Fuck. Man, I was not ready to do this stream, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't have any words, but we'll get into some Super Bowl talk here. But first, we really just wanted to start it out with the feature of Good. I was about to say Good Real Hunting. We're not playing Good Real Hunting, but we do got this son of a bitch here. And I totally forgot you shaved your face. I totally forgot you shaved your face. I am not used to that.
Yeah, I had the flavor saver stuck up there all the way until this morning, but I had all that I could handle. I had to let the stash go.
Oh,
you got rid of the. Wait a minute, you got rid of the stash?
Yeah, I had to get rid of it, man. There's no way I was rocking that thing much longer than. God damn it! Come.
You look like a freaking baby.
I've been hearing it all day, bud.
You gonna grow it back or what?
Well, yeah. It's just maintenance.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm still trying to get used to it too.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for
it looks good, man.
Faith.
I think you should go get a new driver's license photo or something, man. It's a good look. You look about 10 years younger.
Really? Wow. That's all it took. Yeah. Somebody this morning was like, "You look like you're 19." I was like, "Really? Fuck, I might keep it this way then."
Honestly, you kind of do. And Chris, she finally found it. Look, right behind you.
Oh yeah.
Yep, she finally found it. I was wondering when you were going to acknowledge Laura Palmer in the background of Chris's work right there.
That's been there for months now.
Yeah, but hey, you found it now, so that's all great. But hey, we're going to go ahead. We did promise this is only going to be, you did saw it on the last stream, so she did see it, so.
Okay.
Oh, it had it was, during the award show, so that's when she saw it.
Nosferatu. Yeah, that one.
Nosferatu. God, I still can't get my freaking, it was just a beautiful performance, that's all I gotta say. So
I think, hey,
you have performed oral sex on me.
There's something here I got to do. We had a special intro planned for the night. I'm sorry that I forgot to do it earlier, but let's just roll the footage now.
Here's Mahomes, pressure right away. Mahomes is sacked. Man runs Mahomes, pressured again, sacked again. 3rd and 16. Mahomes rolling out, looking, firing, intercepted, picked up by Cooper DeJean, gets a block. DeJean is touchdown. Pressure again. Mahomes in trouble. Mahomes sacked again. 4-man rush over the middle, and it's intercepted again. This time it's set up. The Eagles are set up inside the 10. 2 or 2 in the game. Mahomes looking around, pressured again. Mahomes dropped it. Mahomes pressured again. Sack number 5. Mahomes far side of the field. It is knocked away. Fontaine Maddox. The Vince Lombardi Trophy is headed to Philadelphia. Eagles.
That goes on like that for 27 minutes, Birdie. I don't know what else to tell you, but I did want to get your thoughts on it.
It's so beautiful. Birdie's out.
He's gone. All right.
Well, I was wondering if he would be okay tonight. I thought that he might need another couple days or something.
That video and Destiny's comment, I'm out.
What was the comment? What'd she say?
She said,
"Oh,
I
No, sorry. Whoops. Here we go. Nope, not that one. This one. Sorry.
Uh,
Destiny said, honestly, I don't think I've ever had so much fun during a football game. It was a fun experience. Like, here's the thing. I'm sorry, Birdie. I know you're sad. I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you're getting whipped cream out. I really don't know what's happening. I know it sucks as a cheap fan to watch that, but all things considered, I had a good time at the Super
I guess
Bowl.
I'll come
Not
back.
at the
Damn
Super
it, that comment's still there. Take it off.
Yeah, all right, we'll move it. It's safe to come back, Birdie boy.
Okay, good. Okay, because that kind of hurt my feelings there a little bit. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but we'll get into Super Bowl talk here, and I will go for all my grievances on the whole entire Super Bowl thing. So, what do we want to talk about with the feature with Beers with the Bros? I've been throwing a little thing out there. You got to tune in for the
Nudity.
future.
That's
It's
where we're
always
headed.
nudity.
lot of nudity. Fellatio, perhaps. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think at this point we're gonna, the end of the season's here, so we're gonna take a little bit of a break after tonight and kind of reassess how we want to handle the off-season portion of the show and whatnot, and how we want to move forward. But the season is over. It was a lot of fun, and
It was.
Yeah, it was still a good season, Birdie. You still made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, true.
And you won 2 other ones, so I mean that's always good
3.
too. Well, yeah, 3 total, 2 in a row. I mean, before this, so
yeah,
it's been a fun
we became the only team that at least attempted a 3-peat. So we did something Tom Brady never did. So fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah, and Tom Brady is the nemesis, isn't he? Anytime,
always is the damn nemesis.
The reason I had to play that video, Brett, is because I remember when you guys did lose to the Buccaneers a few years ago. We came in and I played that clip of Tom Brady holding the trophy up, and you're like, "Damn it!" So I was like, I had to run it back. Of course, I'm no fan of Tom Brady, but
the one I'm shocked I didn't see on that clip was the dirty play from Jalen Carter with hitting him in the damn face towards the end of the game.
Dude, yeah. Hey, Cole and I got on Phasmophobia about right after halftime. I mean, it was at that point. It was
literally. My dad texted me going, "Is Patrick Mahomes dead?"
Yeah. What did he look dead?
He literally thought he died with taking that big old hit to the hand to the face right there, which the officials didn't call it, but yeah, we got an off season, and that's what we're looking forward to. As Brad said, reassess the show, what games worked for us, what games didn't work for us, how we're going to tackle the movie section of this podcast. We're going to be doing some off season planning, and plus, it's hard to do a show too when the beer tank is empty.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you gotta fill it back up every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, I think in general, though, yeah, that's kind of the plan. We should be back. It's not going to be like the whole off season of football, but we're going to take some time. We're going to focus on some things on our other channel, Goodwill Hunting, and
because we're on fire right now. We're on fire.
Yeah. It's on fire. Yeah.
Well, also we have, only a couple weeks away. I think March 10th or somewhere in that general area is like when free agency starts. There'll be a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
During
the draft.
Yeah, and then the draft, the end of which is the end of April, right?
Yeah,
so
towards the end of April.
Points, yeah.
The Titans got the first overall pick. Will they trade it? We'll get into all that here in the future, but this time we want to focus on the Good Real channel because we had a successful Real Horror Awards and all that, and we got a lot of fun ideas for the live streams, and we're just pretty much going to do like a revamp of the show, the feel of it, the style of it, and all that's going to go into effect in March. So we're just taking these last 2 weeks of February or the rest of February to plan everything just to make the show look to the best of its ability. And we'll take what we learned from that and add it to this.
Yeah, totally. But that being said, I mean, Super Bowl, Birdie. With nudity.
Are you sure? Is there nothing else we can talk about?
I got one other thing we can talk about.
No.
Had a deal, Captain. Any more women and children?
Your money can't save you any more than it could save me.
I'm sorry, dude. There were so many good ones, man. I wanted to do more.
You have up your sleeve.
I wish
the dodgeball one cracked me up pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I
Well,
can get that one saved. That
You
was
should
pretty
you should have
funny.
saw the one that I watched before I got on this fucking stream. Because guess what I discovered? How many
What's that?
points did the Chiefs score?
22.
Honestly, yeah,
What's one of Taylor Swift's songs?
22.
15.
You're right. Oh yeah.
Motherfucker. It's all freaking it's all part of the script that we scored 22 intentionally for Taylor Swift.
I did see a fucking zinger this morning though, and I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I am because I laughed so fucking hard. Did you know that Patrick Mahomes Sr. is the only one to achieve the elusive three-peat? He actually has 3 DWIs.
Yeah, and he just I also saw a TikTok video. He was trying to fight somebody on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
God, that Mahomes family is so fucking toxic. I swear to God, like,
Yeah.
Patrick just needs to blacklist them at this
He
point.
does, man. He does.
Because he's too good for that shit. And I forgot to mention this comment because I just thought this was hilarious because I got to see one of these legendary reactions. But Destiny said I was a minute ahead of Braden, so I was able to see his reaction to things, which made it even better. Now, Destiny, I taught you this little technique. If you're ever on a minute delay, like or somebody is on a minute delay, start betting with them. Like, hey, I bet you this pass is intercepted right here. You'll win money. Take advantage
Every
of
time.
that responsibility. But yeah, I saw one of those Braden reactions, and fuck, it was hard to watch him laughing because he wanted my Chiefs to lose so bad.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, man. I mean, I was now. Granted, I did have a little ripple in me, but I was rolling around on the floor, kicking my legs in the air.
Oh, I'm sure you were, San Francisco motherfucker.
I
I'm
think
sorry,
we do
Birdie.
have to.
I mean,
It was fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, you have stood in the way of me achieving the ultimate glory twice now. So I wasn't going to root for the fucking Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Eagles fan. Just any at all costs against the Chiefs. So, yeah, I had to, man. I had to.
Well, it's okay, Fo. Wait a minute. Was this about Travis Kelce's shirt? I didn't notice anything about.
Oh,
it was
epic pregame suit on or whatever coming into the,
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
stage.
it was like a
it was all
70s
purple
Lafayette
pimp.
or what?
Yeah,
He looked
70s
like the
pimp.
Godfather from WWE, dude.
Oh, hey, pimpin' ain't easy.
So but yeah, that shirt was fucking awesome because he comes in, with all this swagger, and then at the end of it, he has to put that same dumbass shirt back on, and then he's just like downtrodden, walking back out. And I was like, oh my God, the football gods have granted me extreme pleasure today.
Yeah, the thing for me is I didn't have a lot of hope for the Super Bowl. I had a hell of a good snack. Remember that tournament we did last week? I did all of it, the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was what we did. I had nachos. It was great.
I had Wingstop, which I'll never do that again.
Oh yeah, you were just talking about that. He was like, if I don't get Wingstop, we're fucked.
So
guess what? We got fucked anyway.
Wingstop's Fine? Is that the done? Okay.
Now find me a new pregame meal.
What had happened? So here's what happened to me actually, and I told Brett this the day of. It was kind of unintentional. I put on the Patty's Pub shirt that morning, and that one was somewhat intentional. That's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which takes place in Philadelphia.
Say the next thing.
Yeah, well, I'm about to. I'm getting there. So I put that on. The only reason I did, I hate the Eagles traditionally. I do. I can't really stand them. But the same thing for the Chiefs. Like I don't hate them, but I would say when they first started winning and going to the Super Bowl, I really liked them because they were a fun new team and they were exciting. But just like any dynasty, like you get tired of it over a while, unless it's your team. Otherwise, Brett's ecstatic. So
always. We're still kings of the AFC.
But anyway, I put on the Philly shirt though. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia shirt, just because I don't have any Kansas City shirt, and I didn't want to be running around on Super Bowl day not representing anybody. It's not like I had a dog in the fight, but I was like, I'll just put this on. And then I go to Jimmy John's that day and I get a Philly sub, and that part was unintentional, but I was sitting there eating and I was like, damn it, I got to let Birdie know that
it was Jersey Mike's.
Oh yeah, what did I say? Jimmy John's? Yeah, it was Jersey Mike's.
I was like, Jimmy John's doesn't do Phillies, unfortunately, but
yeah, Jersey. I got a Jersey Mike's sub. which is or Philly, which was absolutely fantastic. But I had to send that to Brett and say, "Hey, I'm wearing the shirt. I'm eating the food. I guess I'm going for the Eagles today. My bad." Um, so that's the way my day went. But anyway, we get to the game, and I didn't have a lot of hope for the Super Bowl because again, I wanted some new, fresh teams in there, teams that I liked and whatnot. Um, but the way it went was just kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of exciting because you expected it to be like this back and forth, but it ended up just being a dominating game. But I admired what the Eagles did on defense, like genuinely, not just because I didn't want Brett to be happy, but
Okay.
but I just like I was seeing their defense. I was like, man, this is admirable. And then Jalen Hurts' performance too was really something special, I think. So I really enjoyed seeing all that kind of come together. And yeah, I think I'm going to get me a Jalen Hurts jersey to end it out.
So now that we're into it, yeah, let's talk, Birdie. Tell us exactly from the perspective of a Chiefs fan, what happened?
That's the great Joe Pesci says. What the fuck is this piece of shit? Literally. No, my first thought was, did they leave the offensive line in the fucking hotel room?
Yeah,
Because
they looked
that I
very
had
badly.
I did not see that coming because we played great defensive lines all year and we were able to somewhat block them legitimately, like enough where Patrick could still do his thing. But it was just this particular game, it was non-stop pressure by 4 fucking people. They didn't need the rest of the Eagles defense out there. They just took 4 of those guys and they just freaking just murdered the hell out of us. And it was just the damnest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes that shooked up by the lack of protection. And so I do not blame Patrick Mahomes. Yes, he played horrible, but would you play horrible too if you didn't have an offensive line blocking you the entirety of the game?
Oh, he didn't have a chance, man. I wouldn't even put it on
You
Patty
didn't have a
N.
prayer.
He was freaking. The O line
You
reminded me
give
of
Tom
Tennessee.
Brady that offensive line and that performance, Tom Brady would have not.
Oh, he
pulled that
wouldn't have.
out
He
of his ass.
yeah, he
He
wouldn't
would
have
have
survived it.
died.
Yeah, he would have. Well, there would have been a lot of penalties. Anytime he got sacked, they would have just gave it the roughing the
Yeah.
passer. But there's the offensive line in that game reminded me of Tennessee's defense against South Carolina a few years ago. Man, it was just non-existent. It was. I am sorry, Birdie. I know. I'm sorry that.
I know that would stinks. I mean, I know we all picked the Chiefs in our pick'ems last week.
We did. I
And-
don't want to go over those.
And I mean, we all had them winning. I really thought that's how it was going to go. I thought it was going to be a close game, and the Chiefs kind of probably pull it off, you know, in the last minute of the game or whatever. Now, I didn't think it was impossible for the Eagles to win, but I would have said beforehand that it would have been impossible for them to win in the fashion that they did. I don't think anyone in the fucking country saw that coming. I mean, it was an absolute demolishing from the first snap. And then what the fuck was Travis Kelce out there doing, man? He couldn't block to save it. Dropping balls, couldn't block to save. I mean, that's probably the worst game I've ever seen him have, honestly.
Yeah, that I'm just telling you, and that's going to be the $1 million question on our offseason is build the offensive line, and is Travis Kelce coming back? We got to answer. We got to solve those two things immediately.
He's at like a $20 million cap hit or something. I heard someone say.
Yeah, so if he retires, we can get that money back. Like that could be crucial for rebuilding an offensive line,
which is needed.
Yeah,
apparently,
majorly. Like I think our interior linemen are good. It's our tackles that are pieces of shit, and that's been the whole issue all year was the tackles.
Yeah.
But
that was wild, man.
But it is what it is, though. And you know what? I just realized this. I am such a rude ass. I have not said hello to the other people in the chat, so I'm going to do that real quick. So I am sorry for being an asshole. We got Zodiac C. What's going on there, Zodiac? We got the lovely Brooke. We got Ashton. We said hello to Destiny earlier. I pulled up Heather's comment up earlier. So Heather, how are you doing? Hopefully all is well. And we got Rosie, my dear. Rosie, we're on the Beers channel, so I do not have your roses. Hang out with us Thursday, and I will give you your roses. So let's see here. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes with that face, or excuse me, Travis Kelsey with that face before. That was a different Travis Kelsey on that football field.
His hair was weird too, man. I don't know how long he's been rocking that, but
Taylor's probably telling him to grow it out.
Oh,
yeah, he needs
definitely.
I would say so. And you got to do what you got to do, but I don't know, man. Something was a little off.
Oh, dude, something was just so off on that game, even just from the very get go. Even though one of my favorite parts of the highlight is the fact that you fuckers texted me after the pass interference on the offense on AJ Brown with the stiff arm, which it was
That was horseshit, though. No, that was horseshit.
Face.
They balanced it out. But that was a
at
horseshit
the worst
call.
time to put the Eagles on the 1 yard line.
They
That
should
was
have fucking. I mean, they should have just let him play. He still had a chance to make a play on the ball.
Yeah, it was. That was one that was like I was like, here we go. It kind of evened out after that. It wasn't too bad at the end of the day, but I thought we were off for a long game whenever they called that. I was like, this is not as bad as Patty as that roughing the passer that Tom Brady pulled out of his ass a couple years ago, but it's pretty bad.
Dude,
I will say this though.
This was me on the couch when that first flag was thrown. They're doing it. And then after that, after that, I was like, fuck, the flags are not going to go in our favor today.
Yeah.
First time all season, and it was but that's one of the best parts. I kept waiting. I was like, there's gonna be a stupid flag thrown here in a minute. It's gonna change something around.
Yeah,
never came, man.
But the
I'm
Eagles
proud of the
flag, like the one they got though, would actually kind of change the momentum on the defense of the Chiefs. Like, because we stopped them 2 times in a row, and then they get the ball continuously to get that ball on that drive, and that's when they scored. They threw that pass to Dotson to get it on the 1 yard line. I feel like that changed it a bit. And that's the other thing too. Our defense was not the issue. We stopped Saquon Barkley. We were the first team all year to necessarily stop him. That wasn't the problem. If our offensive line would have showed up, we would have had a better game. I guarantee you that. It was just the offense's fault, but we've been having offensive struggles all year. So eventually this was going to happen. Eventually, I just didn't want it really honestly to happen in this game. But unfortunately, it did. And it's as somebody said in the chat, this is a good time to be humbled about it. And that's what I am. That's why I've been looking myself over for 2 days now that, hey, I got 3 Super Bowls as a fan. I've had my run. I've had a great time with my run. And even a coworker told me this is the end of the dynasty. And that's why I'm going to ask you two next about that particular question. They told me that, well, looks like the dynasty's over. I say it's on pause at the moment, meaning like we're struggling a little bit, but we'll find our gear. We'll be right back on top. But for some reason, if this is the end, I had an amazing time as a fan. And I'll have always something to remember. I'll always have a great quarterback, and I won't be disappointed anymore. And I thought I would with this game, but honestly, I was like, better team deserve to win. So what about you guys, though? Do you think this is the end of the Chief Dynasty?
I don't think so, man. I mean, you look at the Patriots run, they lost a couple Super Bowls here and there. I mean, it happens, and they kept winning. So I think as long as Andy Reid's there, as long as Patty Mahomes is there, you're going to be just fine. Now, or this could be the beginning of the Falcons dynasty, because hear me out. The Falcons beat the Super Bowl champs this year. Okay, so the Falcons get a share of this. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and throw that out there. It's the way it goes.
Well, it should have beaten both Super Bowl champions, to be honest with you, if they didn't call that bullshit or that no call in the end zone. And I was at that game, and me and my dad were like, oh, the Chiefs stole one.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's fine.
But
come back next year.
But Chris, before I get your opinion, Desi, you did bring up an excellent point. A lot of people were getting pissed off with the false starts with those field goal attempts, which I'll be honest with you, I thought they were offsides every single time with the Chiefs. I'll be honest with you. I thought we jumped every single time.
I'm not even sure what she's talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, instead of the 43, the center kind of bobbled their head and something like that, and they had to be scooted 5 yards back, which it didn't matter for Jake Elliott because that son of a bitch is one of the best kickers in the league.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I forgot all about that.
But
As far as the
Chris, what about
dynasty
you?
thing, as far as the
Chris, what about
dynasty
you?
thing, yeah, as far as the dynasty thing is concerned, man, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily over, but I think the team's going to look a little bit different going forward. Like, is Kelsey going to
Mhm.
be around? You know what I mean? They're good. They have a good core right now, but you're not going to be able to keep everyone because you guys have a lot of good rookies, and Karloftis is
Mhm.
going to have to get paid at some point. What is this?
And
This
Nick
is his
Bolton's
second
about
year.
to get paid because he'll
Yep.
be able to test free agency this year. Pacheco wants a big money. Trey Smith wants to be the highest paid interior lineman in the league. So
You know
it's
what I'm
just
saying?
like
So
we got a lot of questions to answer.
right. So you don't know exactly how that's going to translate, into next season, man. And are you guys going to have um, a Super Bowl hangover? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, if
Is
I
it?
know Patrick, guess what he did after the Tampa Bay lost? He busted his ass to get back to the Super Bowl. Not once, not twice, 3 straight times he got back into the big dance. So I think Patrick is going to be okay. But that's an
But it
excellent
wasn't
question,
the
Chris.
it wasn't the year after.
Well, I
It was
know,
the
but
year.
it's just like he's just he didn't stop working. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh yeah,
Because it was
yeah.
after
But it's
Tampa we dropped those freaking that game to the Bengals in the AFC Championship, which was a big clusterfuck. But after that,
yeah.
we didn't stop, and it's just again the Eagles were just a beautiful team. That was some beautiful football they played, and just again the quest that Saquon Barkley took, the quest that AJ Brown took, and definitely which should be studied, Jalen Hurts' career. All the way back from Alabama, where he got benched in the SEC championship, or even the national championship, he got benched, and then he had to go to Oklahoma, just had a solid year. Then he got drafted. People didn't like him and his style of play. And he kept proving people wrong and he kept doing things the right way. So I am so happy that Jalen Hurts got his ring because he does deserve one.
Yeah, totally. I think so. I mean, I think he, I joke that I'm going to get his jersey. I would say it's not it's not impossible. He was my first in my first ever fantasy dynasty league. He's my quarterback. He still is, and I've had him for years. So I've always enjoyed having him on the team. I admire his work ethic. I admire really a lot. I mean, he went out there and tore it up, man. I think he broke the record for rushing yards by a quarterback in the Super Bowl, right?
Or rushing touchdowns.
Rose at rushing touchdowns. Either way.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, dude, Jalen Hurts is a beast, dude. And somebody texted me, I can't remember who. Might have been on our YouTube group chat or like for the Dynasty League. Someone said that, damn, Jalen Hurts must have some spidey senses and shit because he was dodging those blitzes, man.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah, I
man.
mean,
He was balling out.
Yeah, and last week, I said that I knew that the Chiefs' defensive game plan was going to be to shut down Saquon, in which they achieved that goal.
Perfection.
And I think that Spags was going to say, we're going to shut down Saquon and force Jalen Hurts to beat us through the air, which I guess he was thinking was sort of like second tier to Saquon. But I mean, every time they blitzed, every time he had all the answers, man. I mean, that's probably the first time I've ever seen him play where I was like genuinely like, damn, this guy's fucking good. I mean, I knew he was a good quarterback, but where I was like,
well, no, and
just
his offensive
completely
line
impressed.
averaging being 6'6" and 300 pounds. That's really one of the most scariest offensive line I've ever seen in NFL history.
Yeah, that was
yeah, man. They put together a really complete game, honestly.
It was like perfect football.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and on the other side, I mean, I don't really know what Andy Reid's game plan. Like, I've never seen Andy Reid not be able to make adjustments. You know what I mean? Because like at the beginning of the game, all the pressure was getting there. And then I know after halftime, you started putting Kelsey out there to kind of pick up some of the, to try and double team some people over to the right side. And he was just getting blown out of the water, man. He kept missing blocks and stuff. I mean, Kelsey just had a bad fucking game.
Well, do you know what it was too? It was also the fact that Andy Reid was eating a very ketchupy cheeseburger, and he was getting his hands all sticky with the ketchup. And instead of a napkin, he accidentally covered his playbook, so he couldn't read his fucking playbook.
I knew it, man. He couldn't get the scattered, smothered, covered play call out to the offensive line. You know, all they
Nope.
could hear was.
Or no, he was speaking Fumblerooski. Fumblerooski. I was like, Coach, what the fuck are you talking about? But gentlemen, I know we said 30 minutes, so we're about a little over 30 minutes. So any other comments you want to mention in the Super Bowl or just about the Super Bowl in general?
I don't think so. Not for me, man. I mean, it was glorious. I feel poorly for you, but you know,
No, you
it
don't.
was. I do. I mean, you know, I mean, I root against the
No,
Chiefs,
you
but
don't.
I feel bad that that's your team. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I was gonna root against them no matter what.
You know what, though? I'd rather lose to that than lose while being up 28-3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God damn.
Sorry, Brad. I had to do that to you. You played the videos. I owed you a
I
shot.
know, man. I still remember that.
Unless if you have another video behind my back.
No, that's the last one. Unfortunately,
Okay,
I couldn't. I've been playing around trying to get that one to.
Hey, can I and maybe this isn't possible. I don't know, but maybe if we can, could we send this season of NFL football off the right way? And could we please just watch the Will Levis video one last time?
We're going to. 1 second, because I thought about playing it just because that's the best way to recap the entire season and with this particular season of Beers with the Bros. But I did actually have one more question, or two questions actually. One, what was your favorite Super Bowl commercial? And second, what did you think about what the hell that halftime show was?
Super Bowl commercial. I honestly don't think any of them really stood out to me. Like I didn't really watch much of the second half. I had it on the background, but I mean, it was fun to see Matthew McConaughey in a couple commercials. That's always good.
Yeah, him as Mike Ditka and then as Peyton and all that was pretty funny.
That one, yeah, the whole thing. That was probably one of my favorites. Yeah,
that whole conspiracy that they sell football with food.
Yeah,
or they sell food with football.
Yeah, that was one that I kind of remembered. Outside of that, I don't know. As far as the halftime show goes, I mean, I loved it, man. I thought it was great. It was definitely a lot of fun, and I thought Kendrick Lamar freaking tore it up, dude.
Chris, what about you? Super Bowl commercial and the halftime show.
A favorite commercial? That's an easy one, man. Seal as a seal. That was fucking top notch. That's probably my favorite one. I think that's the only one where I was talking to my Uncle Toby and we both kind of looked over at the screen. We're like, what the fuck? So that cracked me up. I really enjoyed that. I liked the Super Bowl, the halftime show. I enjoyed it. I don't know a lot of Kendrick Lamar's music, so the music was not really you know, I've heard a lot of those songs, but I don't listen to them regularly. But I thought he put on a decent show.
Yeah. I will say about the halftime show, I was kind of like mainly in a pissy mood, so I really honestly didn't give it a fair shake. But seeing Uncle Samuel L. Jackson on fucking screen kind of brightened my freaking time. I'm like, you know, shit could be worse. I just saw my freaking Samuel Jackson as playing Uncle Sam. Like, I thought that was awesome. And of course, everybody knows the freaking dig at Drake was great. So fuck Drake. And then the best Super Bowl commercial to me goes to two commercials. The Doritos commercial where the whole bag and the alien and destroying the alien ship. And then the second one was the Totino's pizza rolls. Where the alien was saying goodbye and the freaking door closes on him and kills the alien. And the guys were like, well, we really didn't know the guy. Like, if we wanted to cry, we really couldn't. But we got these extra pizza rolls. But like,
one other honorable mention that I will throw out there is the Bud Light commercial with Post Malone and Shane Gillis.
Yeah,
you want to go fishing tomorrow? I got a colonoscopy tomorrow. And then Peyton shows up. He's like, man, this cul-de-sac is popping.
Yeah.
That one was good too.
I like that. Yeah, dude, that was a good one. And also, of course, the freaking, what is it? The Budweiser commercial with the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You always got to give it up to the damn horses stealing the show.
Yeah, I mean, there were some there that I enjoyed, but I don't think that there were any that were that memorable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we're
Yeah,
gonna be
it'll just be
talking
another
about these next
forgettable.
year. Yeah, the fucking the tongue thing, whatever that was, that took me out of it, dude. I want to say it was like some kind of coffee thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where he like takes a sip and it
Yeah,
zooms in, his tongue's like having a dance or something. I don't know, man.
I
That was
didn't need to
fucking
see
off
that,
the
so that was
wall.
gross.
Yeah,
Huh.
it was a weak year for commercials, if you ask me.
So, yeah, it is what it is. If the Chiefs win, we get great commercials. The Chiefs lose, everything sucks. But that's all I got. Anything else, gentlemen, before we close out this official season of Beers with the Bros?
I think that's about it.
Let's.
Yeah, no, I'm good with it, man.
Alrighty. So we're gonna get out of here, but like Chris indicated, the best way to end this particular season, the first season of Beers with the Bros, is
Bring
to
it to a
watch the
close.
fucking misery of our very own Titan quarterback, Will Levis. We'll see you next season.